Today we are going to, guys, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we are going to cover a couple of concepts of HTML. We have learned how to provide properties to a file by using the classes and IDs. Today we will learn how to provide properties to a file by using a attributes. So what do you understand by the term attribute? I'm trying to cover this one with. So here it goes with the text field, and here it close the tr.
So we can see your screen, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, might be I forgot to share my screen. Let me share my screen. So I'm trying to create a table. In that table we have two text fields, two labels, and two buttons. Hmm, Here we go with td. Input type equal to submit we have, and value equals to something like send. Td goes td. Input type equal to reset, and value equals to clear, and this follows with close of td and close of tr. Let me save this file and let me run it in Chrome. So you can see that we got this table with username and password in a perfect way. So now let's, here I'm missing action. So action initially just I'm placing hash over there. Okay, and if you want you can just make it as a center. That's it. Now let me ask couple of questions with you. So what is the meaning of attribute?
The
What is that? Come again.
behavior of the object or anything else.
Okay, so here can you give some examples where do we have attributes? Behavior is a perfect answer. We change the behavior. So what are the different
Yes.
types of attributes we have
So
applied over here?
for example, we taken here like the input type is something as a behavior. So type is text. So it's changing its behavior as a text. If you take type as a submit, it is taken as a submit. Type as a button, it is taken as a button. Like that.
Perfect, super answer. Absolutely right, 100% right. So let me take one example and how to apply fields on attributes, then I will explain you. Type equal to, let me take it as a text. So applying CSS on attributes, there will be certain area where you need to apply the CSS properties on each and every attribute. So for example, so I wrote something over there. So you can see that we have applied the CSS over here. So I hope you are able to understand, right? So input is nothing but a tag type, a tagging over here. So in input we have a attribute like type equal to text. There is one more attribute like type equal to text. One more attribute we have submit. So if you want to apply something on submit, then you can apply like this. So adding a properties to a specific type is known as attribute based CSS. There is one more type. If you want to apply on all, then we have direct tag specific. Here you can apply on all. Okay. Here you have overridden the submit, because of that it is as green in color. So let me make this as password. So all inputs got affected. So this is known as tag specific. And this one is known as attribute specific. So this is not only really specific to input type, you can even apply this on form. Action to hash. Here we can mm, let me give some other color here. So the entire form area will get covered. So these are the various ways of applying I'm sorry, uh, attribute based CSS. Now let's deal something in detail about this. So we have a button over here, and let me get rid of this color, blue color. So we have a button over here. I want to increase the size of the button. So what is needed? So in this way I will be increasing the size. Okay. So and font size as 20 pixel. Now uh, here I want to change some properties of the button. I mean to say that let me get rid of all these things. Let's deal with button only. If there is a single button, then it will be more simple. So we have two buttons here, and we have two buttons. So what I want is, let me go with two different things. One is submit, and one more I'm going to apply. Sorry, input type equal to reset, and here we follow with the same thing, only the background color is different. Okay. Now what I want is, I want these buttons to be 1 minute. So here I want this corners to be curved corners. So any idea you have how to get a curved corners? Yeah.
So in the new we have like button decorations.
Button locations?
Decoration maybe rounded corner like that.
Correct. In Dreamweaver we can find it very quickly. So
Yes.
you're right. We I also got habituated of Dreamweaver. I didn't remember the syntaxes and all. I have noted down over here. Where is that? So we have to use a concept of radius as someone
Yes.
border radius 24 pixel. So let me come down over here. You can see that we got a perfect combination here. Let me bring it at the center, and here let's give some breaks. So you got a perfect curve over here. And let me make it simple. As it is a table, giving a break, it's not a good thing. Let me bring out from the table. Okay. Now this can, you can form the buttons with different what I mean to say, this corner you want different, this corner, this corner, this corner, this designing and all you can do in a perfect way. So what I said you, whenever you specify the direct value, so it means that you have applied for all corners. So when you want in different, top, bottom, left and right, then I'm sorry guys, there's a lot of disturbance today over here. So here you can see that you got some different structure. This is just because of CSS and all. So in this way you can go with the designing as you want. So let's move to another concept now. The another concept is related to transition. Transition means anything you want to do when you are, for example, when I'm hovering this, I want to increase the width of the button, or when I put my cursor on a div, I want to increase the width of the div. All these things also you can play with CSS. So what I'm saying, when I hover, then only this should happen. So for that case, what we have, input hover. So what I'm doing first is changing a background color just to check. I'm sorry. Background color to blue. Color is blue. background color as blue. Okay, so it means that hover is working on this one. Now I would like to play some transitions on this. Let me go with the syntaxes of that. It's pretty simple. Let me check this. I'm missing something in that. Transient property, transient duration. Let me apply this over here. I just tried this. Here we go. So let me check. These all things are not required. Okay, so you should go with this tag. Transient transition width 2s. 2s means two times it will get increased. So just if you want to notify a user that you have clicked on or you have placed a cursor over here, so this type of activity you can just do by using a transition. Okay, so do you have any questions? Let me deal one example. Not this. Here we go. You might be thinking like why the earlier example was not working and why how come this is working. So here is a code for our earlier transition spelling might be wrong. You can pause this video and see the difference and figure out why this example is not working. Input value. Okay, so let me come back to the previous one. Now I'm going to take some, you can even border images if you have something like a gallery kind of thing. Let me import some image and show you. Banner1.jpg. Now you can even apply the property on this one. So how to write a CSS for that? IMG, there is only one thing. What do we have? Border radius. 24 pixel. So you can see that it got cornered from every way. So if you increase it more, then more it will be. So if you see the website, here you will be having, if you get the requirement like this way, you will be having, you need to display more and more images and all, then you should go for this one. So here also you can see that they have changed some look and feel. No problem. So whenever you have this kind of requirement, you can go in this way, displaying an image with that's 200 pixel. So as much you increase it, now yeah, I'm missing something in this. I need to cover something.
You said the transition for image, sir.
What is that?
You said that you will be saying transition for image. If you click on image, it is increasing its size by 2 times, and you have been missing.
Transition on image.
Yes.
Okay, so transition on image means you have to use transition to S, right? What is the syntax? It's missing width 2 times. And whenever we hover on it, how to get width as okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be very much helpful if you have a, when you go with Explorer, if you open Bing with images, then when you are hovering on it, that image will be coming out. So that you can use for that case. And apart from this, there are small concepts. Let me explain you how to embed a video, audio and video in a website. So for example, YouTube is there. So this video, it's pretty simple. Copy the embedded code you take. I'm pausing this and coming back to this one. And wherever you want to embed it, just place it over there. So here it will be copying the code. You don't have to worry about it. You just have to worry about the size. And one of the most important thing in this is, you can see that you have copied the code and you have placed it over here. One thing you have to remember in this, whenever you go with audio and video, you have to make it muted. There are some attributes in that. If you open in Dreamweaver, you will come to know about the furthermore attributes in that. Because if someone opens your site and suddenly they are getting some music, so what they will be doing is they will be closing that site immediately. This happens with us also. So if you want to be smaller, you can go with smaller. It's better if you provide, for example, here you have image and it will be good. For example, if the user hover on the image, display the image related video over here. So if you go with a website like scoops.com, can you put on mute, guys? I'm getting a lot of disturbance. If you have any questions, you can come on the line and you can ask immediately. It's taking a huge time. Okay, so this is a one way, and another way is by going with embedded code over there. This is an embedded code which we have seen. If you want to play audio, this is a one way of playing an audio here. I don't have any audio as of now. Just provide the source and you can play the audio. For example, for audio we have one example like savan.com is there. So in this one, you're having a music player below. So they have designed this in a well formatted. So for this case, you can go with audio. Yeah. So if you select any product on this scoops.com, for that product they will be playing a videos. If you get time, please visit this one. You will be getting a lot of many more things. See, you should, being a UX designer, you should visit number of websites. There is one more website, I'm missing the name, that was awesome. In another class, when I recollect, I will explain you about that. Okay, guys? Now, let me move a bit further and check whether I'm missing something here. Anything you want to get affected in terms of this thing? Let me show you something else also. Pseudo element concept we have. Let me increase the font size. I have not closed it. It doesn't matter. It will impact for entire. And I don't have much also over there. Okay. So when you want something to be applied at the top level, once you have so much text, the first line of text should be highlighted with the blue color, and the remaining, this will be applicable if you have documentary website. The limited text should be highlighted with some other color, and the remaining text you want it to be in different color, black color as usual. Then you can go for first line and many more things in that way. So now I'm going to come towards the assignment which I have given to you, and then we will be starting a JavaScript. Before going for the assignment and all, let me ask couple of questions to you. The first question is, do you have any questions from your side?
So you said that you will be teaching the positioning of resume and zoom out.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for reminding. Let me go with the one which I have given. I have shared with you yesterday. Means we have done something on that. So here we go. In this also the position is perfect. So positioning is something like, for example, I have something over here. I want the things to be fixed as we go with minimize or maximize of window. Yeah, now it is getting distorted when we are getting maximized over here. And the two menus are also getting distorted over here. So in order to support this, we have a concept of position. There are multiple positions like relative. Let me go one by one. This is a bug which we have to fix it. You have to bring this diff at the front level. That we will see later on. But currently we are discussing on positioning. So fixed means it will be sticked to your screen. Fixed with the pixel. This will be much more applicable when you deal with browser compatibility issues. Still, this is getting distorted. Let me give. Okay. So, what is the meaning of this positioning? Position represents a what? As the name itself says over here, a representation of the pixel, displaying data with respect to the pixel. So you have observed somewhere we have used relative, and when it comes to this, especially this slider, we have given the position as relative. And for a browser compatibility, we will be going dealing with the fixed. Fixed means it will be fixed with respect to the pixel of the screen, and relative means it will be changing. See, if you make this image as fixed, then how come the another image will get a chance? For example, here, if you give a fixed position as fixed, then as we are using animation, it is forcing to go for the next level. So if you fix something, then it will not allow others to change with respect to the pixel and all. We have four: fixed, relative, absolute, and the fourth one I'm missing over here. You can just try with all four options. If you open your Dreamweaver, then you will be getting the options over there. So the most common one which is used is like fixed one. Okay. Anything else you have?
But when you're trying with the pixel one, it was not fixing yourself. It was like when you zoom out, it is not at all working.
No, no. Here the positioning will be working. It's fixed first of all. It's fixed with the pixel. The pixels are getting zoomed over here. And another thing is we will be checking this one with 100 and less than 100. Less than 100 means it will be tablets and all. It will be supporting for that or not. We will be seeing in that way. And the maximum will be seeing on 100. Even if you go for some other website also, you can see that when you go with zooming, so it will be getting distorted after certain area. And if you want to know the position of this one, you can simply go with the body tag. Here it has number of CSS within it. So you can check in the body tag if you have access for all the CSS. Now I want to explain one more concept. Okay, do you have any more questions? Let me connect the battery. How to download a website. This is a very important concept. For example, the same thing I want to hack this website or access the complete code of the website. Then what we should do? Before starting this one, Let me ask something like, huh, do you have any questions?
I didn't understand this topic, so positioning topic.
Which one?
The total concept I didn't get you about positioning.
Okay, let me take one example on positioning in a separate class. There, I will explain you what are the different types of positioning. Among them, one is static, which I was missing. One is static, relative, absolute, and fixed. Okay. Apart from that, do you have any other questions? No?
Maybe after checking, I can say the some of the concepts said.
Okay. One thing I want to tell you over here, language will be an ocean. Okay, it's something you have to learn from your side also. For
Yeah,
example,
I was learning.
yeah,
Mm.
I can see your since you people are submitting the assignments and all. I can really appreciate that you are doing a very good job, and I can see the differences also, day-to-day improvement in you. You means the entire team I am talking about. Recently, Vikram has shared one project with me that was awesome. Project intentions assignment which I have given. So let me show you that one also. If someone is not attending, might be he's just listening the videos and learning the concepts. So you can see that he used a frames over here. I said him to replace with this thing, navigation bar using list. So this is all he has submitted. Now, yeah, I was about to explain you about how to download a source code of a website. So you just go for view page source. I'm sorry. Here you will be getting the complete website code from top to bottom. So this is a very big website. It has huge things in it. We copy this entire and I'm going to save this in our code and let me run it. So here you can see that. Here we go with that. There is a problem with this. It is in a distorted order. After downloading a source code, what you should do at the first level is you should search for CSS. So they are using responsive menu.css. So we have to come back over here and close this source code, come over here, go for developer tools, go for sources, go for CSS. You can see that responsive menu.css is there. So you do one thing, copy a link address and replace it over here. This is a very important thing. So now you can see that up to some extent we are good over here because that CSS got loaded. Now still you have to check if there is any other CSS. Below I can see navigation.css. Come back over here, go for right click, copy link address, replace it over here. Okay, like this we have to keep on searching. So here they have used one plugin, box slider.css, jquery.boxslider.css. Come back over here. If there is anything, yeah, here we have copy link address. Come back over here. Just replace the CSS. Still do we have any CSS? HTML5 reset.css, styles.css. Come back, styles.css, copy the link address, paste it over here. HTML5, yeah, here we go. Just paste it over here. Perfect. Now, this logo we want, so let's go with that logo. .png is there, right? Now you have to deal with PNG, JPG. So in this way, you just import all this stuff so that after importing, you can have this thing ready with you. You can customize it and use it for your purpose. So still if something is not coming means we have to just look across. There are some Google API plugins in this. So you just try to do all this stuff from your side. So what you learn from this, how to get access to the website. Is there any other .css? Um, this also we have imported. This also we have imported. This, 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 this. Yeah. Now we have to import the slider. So they have used a jQuery box slider. Let me finish this. It takes hardly 2 to 3 minutes. Scroll top.js. So as I said you, this slider you can do in jQuery, JavaScript as well as from this thing, CSS. Responsive menu, navigation.js. Still something is there. Custom.js. Custom and jQuery min.js. What is a folder? In JS it is saying these plugins will be there. Yeah, here we go with this plugin. Custom.js is not loading in this. It might be that plugin is missing in that. So we don't have to worry much about that. There might be something else which is need to be imported, which we need to check across. Js. So here we have to import this. Please import all these things. Finally, you will be getting a website like this. You might be questioning me why you have made it us to develop all these things. We can simply import it and we can use it. Question might be coming to your mind. See, you can access the website code, there is no doubt. But as it is, you cannot apply because there will be copyright reserved with the website. So you have to change the format and you have to do. Okay. And if you want the files, you will say like I want this CSS file. I want to see the code of that CSS. One way is copy the URL, paste it in the browser. You will get it. You can see the code of that specific CSS. So here you try to import some images, whatever is getting imported in this, like images are there. Try to import this image and that's it. So I thought of starting jQuery when I'm saying when I'm starting JavaScript, it doesn't mean that we are done with the CSS. There's something which have dependency on JavaScript as well. So for example, the sliders which they have used in this case, they have used a jQuery slider. What is jQuery slider? I can't explain you instantly. So for that, you need a knowledge of jQuery and all. But now, if you are applying for UX designer somewhere, you are in a position to attend the interview. If you're going for UX UI developer, then you have to have some patience and you have to complete at least JavaScript and jQuery. Then only you can go for that one. And finally, I suggest you all to look for the videos and interview questions. Daily prepare your timing and go for CSS interview questions. Read one block every day. Today read for this one, tomorrow read this one, day after tomorrow. Always try to hide the answer and answer it from yourself. So every day if you take one block, there will be many more new things which will be coming across to you and you will get skilled up. Okay. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, you can stay on the call. If you don't have anything, you can drop off. Tomorrow you have holiday and we will be having next class on Monday IST. It will be, I think, Sunday for you. No, no, I don't know what the timing it will be. So tomorrow at this time you don't have class. Day after tomorrow you will be having.
You said that you'll have classes morning and evening mostly.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I need to discuss with Sandeep and all. I thought today they will be joining. So let me discuss with them, and I need to check with the Raghu also, and then I will get back to you on that. From JavaScript, we will go a bit fast because we have to cover JavaScript, jQuery, we have to take some Ajax, JSON, and all, and Java with
Mm-hmm.
examples. And like Means what I mean to say that positioning actually I do have to refer that concept. I will just check it out. Four different positions. One example I will take in the next class. Like that, if you have still any more questions, I will clear it out. No worries, still I am here. So if you have any doubts, you can raise in the class itself.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.